Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode, we're predicting WWE Wrestlemania 39. Now, almost guaranteed that most of these are going to be wrong, or a good portion of it. When I do my review, I will tell you which ones I got right and wrong. I couldn't find a direct order other than a couple matches on what days, so I just kind of put them up here. I know this isn't going to be the official order. It's kind of the order in which I found the matches. With that being said, I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. Let's jump right in. First, for the U.S. Championship, Austin Theory versus John Cena. As much as I could see Cena putting over Theory here and giving him that moment at WrestleMania, I could also see him winning the title and going on and losing it at the next pay-per-view. I'm going to go with John Cena here. I think it's going to be one of the feel-good moments. And again, maybe he'll lose it back. Maybe to lose it to Theory or lose it to another wrestler on the next pay-per-view. Next up, Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Another one, I'm kind of torn on a lot of these, and a lot of this is really good that they made it difficult to pick these. I'm going to go with Seth freaking Rollins here. Again, Logan Paul's been made to look strong, but to have him look strong again against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, I don't think they're going to do that. He'll look good in the match, but I think Rollins picks up the win. That's followed up by a six-man or six-woman tag team match. Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch going up against Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Bailey. Sky Kai Bailey, otherwise known as Damage Control. I've heard rumblings of a Trish Stratus turn, and I think that would work here, maybe setting up a Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch SummerSlam match. I see Damage Control winning this one. I'm giving it to Damage Control. Next up, we have Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I see no reason for Rhea not to win here. I'm going with Rhea Ripley. I think it's almost a certainty that she wins this championship here. Follow that up for the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I'm going to go with Asuka here. Again, I was a little bit torn on this because I want Bianca to continue to be pushed as strongly as she has been, but I also want to see Asuka be pushed in that way. I'm going to go with Asuka here. Just a gut feeling on this one. I think she picks up the win. Next, we have a Battle of the Giants. Brock Lesnar versus Omas. I think Brock's going to win here. The only way I think Omas wins is if there's some kind of thing with Lashley and maybe MVP reuniting the Hurt Business. I do think Brock will win, even if it's just by a DQ because of that. I'm going to go with Brock here. And you never really want to bet against Brock in the big stages, so there's that. Next, for the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther defending against Sheamus, and also Drew McIntyre in a three-way dance. I wish this would have just been Gunther and Sheamus one-on-one. I loved their match last year. I do think this has the capabilities of stealing the show and being the match of the weekend. I'm going to go with Gunther picking up the win here. I'd like to see Gunther break Honky Tonk Man's record, and I'm a huge Honky Tonk Man fan. I just think it's about time that somebody breaks it. It's a 30-year-old record now. Let's give that accolade to one of the newer talents. Next, we have in the Hell in a Cell, Edge going up against Demon Finn Balor. Kind of interesting here. I didn't think they would bring the Demon back until Finn went back face. Again, much like I said with Trish Stratus, I'm hearing a lot of rumblings that Gangrel will be there. I've even heard rumor that AEW's cleared Christian to make an appearance. So, with that being said, I see them as being the equalizers. I see Edge picking up the win here. Again, another feel-good moment for one of their legends. Next, we have one of our multi-team tag team matches. We get Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. I'm going to go with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler here. Again, I think this is a perfect opportunity to put them over. I'd love to see them make a run at the tag championship. Both of them have become stale and kind of less important than they ever have been in WWE. I'd like to see a slower build up here. I think them working together as a team helps both of them and will help them get further along and bring them back into prominence. Going from that, our other multi-tag team match, this on the men's side, we get Braun Strowman teaming up with Ricochet, going up against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, versus the Alpha Academy, Otis and Chad Gable, versus the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. I see Braun and Ricochet picking up the win here. The only way I could see this different is if they want to do a heel team, maybe do the Viking Raiders so the people that win the tag championships have someone to go against. But I think it's going to be Braun and Ricochet in my opinion. That's who I'm going with on this one. Speaking of the tag championships, I think this will be the main event of night one. They haven't announced what will be the main event of night one. It's either going to be this or Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think Owens and Zayn pick up the win here. Again, the whole bloodline I think is going to come to a head at WrestleMania, and I think these guys are the first domino to fall. That's followed up with the father and son match, Rey Mysterio Jr. going up against Dominic Mysterio. I wanted to go the feel-good way and give it to Rey on the weekend he's going into the Hall of Fame, but if you really think about it, what better way to put over Dominic Mysterio than to have him win here against his father on the biggest stage of them all. I'm going with Dominic to pick up the win. He has grown so much in such a short amount of time that he went from someone I didn't care to ever see on my television to one of the most compelling characters that they have on their television. And to me, I think he deserves a push. This will be that next stepping stone in his career. Maybe Rey goes to a lighter schedule or even decides to retire afterwards. It's possible he hands the mask over to Dom. Maybe this will be a somewhat face turn for Dom. Who knows? And last but not least, what's definitely going to be the main event of night two, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the Universal and WWE Championships. I mean, I think this is a no-brainer. I think everybody could see this. Blind people could see this. This is almost certainly going to be a Cody Rhodes win. If they do not have Cody Rhodes win here, it'll be just as damaging to Cody Rhodes' career as not having Lex Luger cleanly beat Yokozuna was to Lex Luger's WWE career. I'm picking Cody Rhodes to win. I think that's going to be the outcome. Just my opinion. And to go over it quickly again, I'm just going to name the winners here. I'm going John Cena, Seth Rollins, Damage Control, Rhea Ripley, Asuka, Brock Lesnar, Gunther, Edge, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Dominic Mysterio, and Cody Rhodes. And those are my picks for the WrestleMania. Let me know down here in the comments. Don't cheat. Don't go in after day 1 or 2 and put them down here. But give me your picks in here. You might not have to, I wouldn't say you have to do the whole card, but give me a couple picks. With all that being said, let's smash that like button, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. And if you made it all the way to the end, again, let me know some of your picks for WrestleMania. My name is George Coles, and this has been my WrestleMania 39 predictions.